A passenger plane fell rapidly through a storm, but the pilot did not try to save it. Instead, he closed his eyes. The night before, he had enjoyed himself at a bar. Even just 1 hour earlier, he had carried a bottle of alcohol into the bathroom. The co-pilot was an inexperienced rookie. At first, when they faced bad weather, they contacted the control tower. The airport was covered by heavy rain, and the controller suggested they land at another airport. On the way, the co-pilot grew more anxious, and even the pilot noticed something was wrong. The weather worsened as they flew. Meanwhile, the airport they were heading to announced it was closed. The storm moved faster than the plane. The controller wanted to inform the pilot, but he suddenly suffered an asthma attack. His colleague rushed him away for help. In the confusion, the controller accidentally took the weather report with him. No one knew that the plane, carrying 150 passengers, was flying toward death. Some passengers noticed something was wrong. Their discussions turned into chaos in the cabin. The nervous flight attendants asked the pilot to come and handle the situation. The pilot promised to land the plane safely. This calmed the passengers. At the same time, airport controllers saw a plane signal on the radar, surrounded by the violent storm. They contacted the pilot, which was terrible news for him. The fuel was not enough to reach another airport. Even one more attempt to go around was risky. The young co-pilot cried in despair. The pilot quickly stayed calm and decided to land by force. He disengaged the autopilot and took full control. As the plane descended, city lights became faintly visible below. With guidance from the tower, the pilot aimed for the runway. The plane touched down in strong crosswinds, bounced, and touched down again. The pilot struggled to keep the control stick steady, but the wind pushed the plane off course. He increased the throttle, and the plane went around to climb again. Controllers watched the plane fly away with great concern. A sense of despair filled the cabin. The fuel ran almost out. Controllers suggested landing on runway 13, but the pilot refused. He prepared to land on runway 34 by force. He told the passengers to brace for impact. He took off his headset, held a cigarette in his mouth, and closed his eyes. At that moment, the fuel ran out completely. The plane fell. When it hit the runway again, the pilot opened his eyes. He deployed the speed brakes and pressed the brakes hard. A cliff lay ahead. He shouted for the co-pilot to press the brakes with him and prayed for help. The plane slid forward. Finally, it stopped at the edge of the cliff. All 150 people were safe.